Hello. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:29. And welcome all the people who have joined in the last few moments. It's really my pleasure to see and meet many new faces. As you might be aware, this is a subscribers lesson. Only my subscribed list students can hop on here and talk to me. But if you are interested to join, it's very easy. Visit my profile and join from there. You'll find subscribe button and possibly you might be eligible to get 2 free lessons. And once again, a Sunday morning, it's all about IELTS. Hello, Nasir. Good morning. Boy, I can't remember, unfortunately. Saima, walaikum salam. So today's my focus is to explain about the writing session of the IELTS exam. And before that, I'm going to show you a small video clip of the writing. Boy, you say I'm an old student. I can't remember all the students, unfortunately, as I said. So you changed your name as well because you came with a new ID. So someone blocked your previous account, or your account has been removed because you are here with a new ID. I can see that. So this green sprout means new ID. Anyway, welcome. Okay, so let's move on to show you the small video. The video will explain how you can have good understanding about the IELTS exam. Okay. So the first part we are going to talk about, because we are discussing task 1, tips and advice for the task 1. Hello, King. What should I do if I get it should be Sion certificate? I don't get you. From where did you get the Sion certificate? From which institute? There was a teacher, Uncle Andre. Yes, from Indonesia, possibly. Okay, so let's listen to the writing part.
Meet Yo Ching. He is preparing for the IELTS writing test. He knows the basic requirements, but has taken the IELTS writing test before and not achieved the score he wanted. He realizes he has been doing some things in IELTS writing task 1 that don't work. Yo Ching reflects on his study process. In the past, he has tried to describe every number on charts and graphs. He realizes he should have identified 2 to 3 main and significant points in each diagram and described these. He has also copied words from the exam question or from the titles of illustrations. This resulted in lower marks. In addition, he has used too many linking words or phrases just because he knows them. He realizes he needs a new plan for success in IELTS writing task 1. Yo Ching looks in on his friend Kai Sheng to find out how she has been successful. First, Kai Sheng reads the instructions carefully to understand what is required to fully complete the question. It is dangerous to rush answers before understanding the task first, so Kai Sheng takes her time doing this. Yo Ching watches as Kai Sheng looks at the information and begins reflecting on what she sees. First, she paraphrases the key words using different words. So for this question, she writes this. It is important to understand the information depicted, so Kaisheng analyzes what she sees. Then she looks for the most significant trends in the diagram. She writes an overview of the information presented, telling Youqing that this is one of the keys for her high score. This can be included in either the introduction or conclusion, and will usually be a couple of sentences. After noticing points to be highlighted, she thinks about how she would describe them. She considers the grammatical tenses that are relevant. As this graph covers years in the past tense grammar is appropriate to talk about the information. As the graph also has future predictions, she will use future aspects in her writing too. Kaisheng makes a few notes, planning and organizing her thoughts to arrange her paragraphs effectively before she begins to write her summary. As she continues to write, she separates her paragraphs clearly and uses themes for each paragraph. This allows her to explain her ideas fully. She uses a variety of verbs and adjectives when describing the information in order to show a range of vocabulary. One of her favorite tools is to make notes on a line showing a variety of words to use to describe degrees of change for her essay. Youqing has learned a lot by watching Kaisheng's process. Youqing practices this process many times for himself. Now Youqing finds himself ready to take the IELTS exam again, this time with
Hello, welcome, Sachin.
Yes,
Are you in a
yes,
noisy
sir.
place?
Yes, sir. This is Sachidanand.
Yeah, looks like you're in a noisy place because I can hear some background noises from your side. Are you walking outside?
Yes, sir.
Where are you now at the moment?
I am from UP, Gorakhpur.
Are you outside of your home or are you inside of your home or somewhere else?
Uh, sir, I'm not able to understand you.
Are you in your home at the moment?
Sir, once more repeat again.
At the moment, are you in your home?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
This
and
moment
please,
at my.
go on.
Yes, sir. This time I am at my home.
Okay, but why there is a noise from your side? You know the microphone, keep it
Okay.
stable and close to your mouth so that it doesn't make or create any kind of sounds.
Yes, sir. This now it is audible clearly.
It's better than before. Thank you very much. So you're from India.
Okay, sir.
Tell me
Thank
a
you.
little bit more about yourself. What do you do?
Sir, actually, I am a student, and I am preparing for a 10 days graduate teacher from English subject. That's why I am joining you to learn English more, speak fluently. I am
And
from UP, from Gorakhpur in
uh,
India.
what was your last education?
Yes, sir. I am done post-graduated
Post graduation in what?
in political science.
Okay, you completed your post graduation in political science.
Yes, sir.
And how long ago it was?
Yes, sir. Once more.
I said, how long ago you completed your post graduation? How many years ago? When?
Uh, Sir, I have completed in 2015. Probably it is 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. And are you working at the moment?
No, sir. Still, I am a student. I am preparing for the teaching job profession.
But are you studying somewhere else?
Yes, sir.
What do you study now?
Still, I am studying English language.
Are you studying from an institute?
No, sir. Actually, I am uh, bachelor in education. B.Ed. I have completed B.Ed.
How
Still,
long ago?
that's why. Yeah, English and political science both.
How long ago?
Uh, Still 1 year ago.
You completed your post graduation 7 years ago. That is what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
And you completed your bachelor's of education 1 year ago.
No, sir. Bachelor of Education I completed 9 year ago, and bachelor. Okay, sir. Bachelor in Education 1 year ago, and Bachelor of Education 9 year ago.
So 1 year ago, what was the name of the degree?
B.Ed.
But what did you do in 9 years ago then?
Uh, Bachelor of Education
Did you do it
BA.
twice? What's the difference between BE and BAd?
Yes, sir. B.Ed is the B.Ed is the degree for education and teaching job.
And BE is for what?
It's a plain graduation.
Okay, hang on a moment, please. Nasir, if you click on my name, then you can go and visit my profile, okay? If you want to
Okay,
know
sir.
about teachers' profile, there are more than 160 teachers. You have to visit their profiles and you can
Okay,
find
sir.
out the information what the teachers teach here. But this app is mostly for the English learning. So all the related components like listening, reading, writing, speaking, IELTS, CELTA, Delta, TOEIC, Canadian English test, Pearson test, and many other tests are taught by different teachers. Okay, I
Okay,
cannot
sir.
send you
Thank you.
my no, hang on a second. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy, Nasir. I can't send you a message, unfortunately. You need to find it out.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so Bachelor of Education is for teaching purpose, but Bachelor of English B is only for studies. That is what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes, sir.
right. Okay. I'm just trying to know about you. Okay, that's why I'm asking questions.
Thank you,
And
sir.
when you studied those degrees, were you taught by English instruction or your mother tongue?
Yes, sir. I have did it in my mother tongue. That's why now I'm starting in English,
And what is your mother tongue?
Hindi.
Okay. So how long have you been practicing English?
Sir, actually, I can't continue more than uh, I can't able to continue more time. Actually, little bit I speak.
And that's not my question. Sachin, it's very important that you understand the question. When you understand the question, then it will be easier for you to answer. Did you get my point?
Sir, once more. Still, I'm
Okay.
disturbing my. Okay, sir.
You have to be very good listener, number one, when you are in a public live stream or a conversation or a job interview or over the telephone, you're talking to someone else. You have to be very good listener first. Focus on listening. So if you understand the conversation, then it will
Okay,
be
sir.
easier for you to answer it correctly and effectively.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
I
so
try to listen
y-
carefully. Okay, sir.
Yes, you should be a very good listener. That is one of the prerequisite conditions if you want to be good speaker in English.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Good listener become a good speaker.
definitely all the good speakers are good listeners.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is important that you pay attention to the speaker and then you can answer it. So I say to
Okay, sir.
you, how long have you been practicing English learning? When did you download this app?
Actually, sir, I have been practicing since last 2 years, but I am not continuously uh, able to continue this practice. That's why I am not able to fluent in English. So
Okay, and when did you download this app? How long ago?
actually, sir, uh, my purpose is to download this app to be fluent in English language.
So how many days ago you downloaded?
Still, I downloaded it 1 day ago.
You downloaded it yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the answer. Hang on a moment. I'm going to answer Nasir. Nasir, in order to join any teacher's live stream, you need to subscribe to the teacher's lesson. And for the new ways or new users, if you visit the teacher's profile, possibly you'll be eligible to get 2 free trial lessons where you don't have to pay any money at all. This is the route one subscription process. The second process is you need to use $16 to subscribe to the teacher. That is how the Hello works here. All the Hello teachers, minimum $16 for a month. And in return, you're going to get 8 lessons in a month, and each lesson has 1 hour duration. So, Sachin, let me check. Have you subscribed to me with free trial or not? I'll find out in a
Yes,
moment.
sir.
So, you have joined with a free trial, Sachin, okay? So,
Okay,
which
sir.
which means that you will get 2 lessons only, which is one is today, another is next Saturday morning. These lessons run every Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 UK time, and it's mostly about IELTS exam or any other question related to English learning.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and these classes always run on time, start on time, and finish on time. If you miss it, you miss it. Okay, but all my classes are recorded and saved underneath my account as well as my YouTube channel and Facebook. If you want to see them, it's totally free. You can visit my YouTube channel and see from there. And these
Okay.
classes are always with countdown. You know the countdown? Countdown means it starts from 59 minutes 59 seconds, then the time goes down. When it becomes zero, the class shuts down automatically.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So,
sir.
which part of English you think you need help?
Actually, sir, I would like to be fluent in English. That's why I am looking for the some phrasal verbs like and prepositions and more things. Just like
Okay. Very good.
yes, sir.
Hello, Sanju. Thanks for the subscription. I'm trying to
Okay,
bring
sir.
you. Hang on a second.
Okay, sir. Thank you for welcoming, sir.
Hello, SK. Hello, Hussein. Hello, Yasir. Hi, Sanju. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for adding me in.
You're very welcome. Would you like to tell us where are you from and what do you do?
I'm from India. I'm working as an IT professional, uh, and I have been working for the last 6 years as an IT professional. I'm trying to improve my English to migrate to some other English-speaking countries uh, it's probably Australia or Canada. So this I want to improve my fluency, vocabulary, and yeah, and a little bit of uh, uh, writing and listening also.
That's great. Wishing you best of luck. Do you know which country are you planning to go?
I'm planning for Canada at the moment.
And do you know their requirement, the English
Uh,
test?
because it's comparatively it's more easy to migrate to Canada rather than any other countries.
Right.
Uh, and the processing time also is comparatively less. So I choose to go ahead with Canada.
Do you know what is the processing time and how much score they need for the application?
Application. I approached an agent, and he was asking me to clear the IELTS exam first and vest my certificates. So these two activities will take perhaps like 3 to 4 months for me, and remaining to enter the pool uh, of applicants, migration applicants, it will take some 1 or 2 months, and totally the time will be, he was saying, was around 1 year or so.
Okay. And do you know how much score you need in IELTS exam?
Uh, being a primary applicant, he was actually asking me be to be in a safe zone to get a score of 8,777. So this was the score which was demanding, and I don't know if I have never appeared any IELTS classes or exams till now.
Mm-hmm.
So I have started practicing right now, but uh, if I can work hard for a couple of months, I think it's quite achievable.
Okay. Yeah. So your score, is it academic or general test?
General.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is achievable if you know good English. In order to get 7 or higher, you have to be very much knowledgeable about English and all the grammar rules, vocabs, pronunciation techniques, and also your communication skills.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you some insight. Hang on a moment, please. Yes, you're welcome. Nasir, if you want to pay, you have to go add money to your Hello wallet. So you have to go to your account and you'll find add money. Okay, that's the answer of your question.
Okay. Understood.
And Sachin is also here. Sanju meet Sachin. He's from India too.
Okay. Hi, Sachin.
Hi.
How
So
are you, Sachin?
yes, go on, guys.
Hello.
Talk to each other for a couple of minutes.
Yes, Sachin. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Sanju. Hello.
Y- yes, tell me.
I'm listening you.
Okay, I just introduced myself. I already introduced myself, and hope you have heard about it. So I just want to hear from you also regarding your profession, your plans, uh, your career, anything.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Also I introduced to sir already,
But
and
Sorry, Sachin, I was not there in the session at that time. If you can just say again, it would be really, I will appreciate that.
okay, okay. Again, I will tell you. Uh, this is Sachidanand is speaking from UP, from Gorakhpur.
Okay,
Okay, and I am a student still,
okay,
and I am preferring for teaching jobs.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, do you want me to introduce myself again? Have you heard?
Yeah. Can you tell me about you again?
So myself, I'm Sharat Kumar from India, south down south in India. My state is Kerala, and I work as an IT professional. And
Okay.
I work for a company named Big Idea Tech, which is located in Hyderabad, and I
Okay.
have a total of around 6 years experience in the IT. So now I'm planning to migrate to some uh, English speaking countries, like especially I'm looking for Canada. So I'm trying to improve my English and appear for an IELTS examination. So that's why I'm here to improve my vocabulary, my speaking skills, and that's it about myself.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the
Na-
basic information about the IELTS exam for both of you.
All right.
Okay,
nice to talk you, Sanju.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, Sachin.
Nasir, the system doesn't allow us to check how much money is in your account or where you have paid, but I can only find out when somebody subscribes to my classes, like Sachin and Sanju. Sanju, I have just noticed that you have subscribed to my class on a trial basis. So it's a free trial, always gives you the two free lessons, and each lesson is 1 hour duration. As I mentioned, and the lesson starts on time, finishes on time. It's a time control counts down system by the our app. Okay, so we have got
Okay.
33 minutes and 25 seconds. Now 24, now 23 is going down. When it goes to zero, the class shuts down automatically. These classes run every Saturday and Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. UK time. So it should reflect your local place wherever you are. Like if you are from India, it will be showing in Indian time. If you are from Bangladesh, it will be showing in Bangladesh time. If you're from Nigeria, like Nasir, it will show Nigerian time. If you're from the USA, it will show US time.
Yeah.
So, briefly speaking, IELTS exam is the internationally recognized exam which gives you a certificate. There is no pass or fail, rather your English level. Okay, so if you want to study in English speaking countries or migrate there, or if you want to work there, you need this certificate, and that is a mandatory. And the minimum band score is 1 and maximum is 9. And there are two types of tests, as I've mentioned. One is for academic, for studies, we call academic test, and another is for work permit, migration, and for the job purpose, that is called general training. Both of the training have got similar features, like 4 features are there: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And they are different only reading and writing section. So academic reading and academic writings are harder and difficult than general training, because they are intended to develop your knowledge about academic reading, different topics, and writing as well. Okay, and if you've got any question, please always stop me and ask me, Sanju and Sachin, as I
Sure.
as I go through quickly. So English speaking countries like USA, Canada, UK, some EU countries, Australia, New Zealand, they require it. And your IELTS certificate is valid for 2 years from the date of your exam. And you can register by contacting a local British Council or IELTS authority. And there are two types of IELTS authority. One of them is from the UK, which is Cambridge English or British Council, and another is from Australia, and that's from IDP Australia. Okay, I'm going quickly, and there these tests are done through computer based or the paper based. So what is the difference of computer based and paper based? The difference is that when you choose computer based, all your reading and writing should be done through computer. So you'll be given a laptop or computer on the day, and then you answer from there. But if you choose paper based, then you'll be giving you the paper questionnaire. You have to write there. When you're writing, you will be given pencils, so that if there is a mistake, you can erase it and rewrite it.
Okay.
All right, Nasir, you have to subscribe to my lesson. I don't think that you have understood my explanation. In order to join here, you need to go to my profile, view schedules, or you can see subscribe. You have to click on it, then you have to go on either free trial or by subscription. So
Okay.
can you see the screen, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
can.
Okay, so in listening, 40 questions, and approximately you have got 30 minutes time. And the listening part, there are three parts. Part one, we call is paraphrasing. Somebody will be speaking something and you have to find the answer from the question paper. And part two, two people will be having conversation and you have to answer from there. And part three is like a general description. It may be like somebody will be reading a weather report, or maybe reading a published article, or maybe reading something else which is a bit difficult sometimes. Most of the students says part three is actually difficult. Okay, remember that in IELTS exam there is no negative marking. So I'm sure Sanju says he's taking classes, right? Are you taking classes from somewhere, some coaching center?
No, I haven't started taking any classes yet.
Okay, your speaking
No,
is fine,
no, sir.
Sanju, for your information. With this same
Thank you.
skill, you'll get minimum 6. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
remember that I'm going to explain some insight, then afterward I'll give some tips, because in 2 classes it is not enough for you. But however, I'll try my best to give whatever the information you need. And also you both have been included the subscriber chat of the similar class lesson, so you can always communicate from there. And when your subscription time is over, you'll be removed automatically. That is done by our system. Our system is such an unique system, it does everything automatically. We don't have to do anything. Okay, in listening, what happened after the 30 minutes, you'll be given an answer sheet to transfer your answers. Okay, and also in IELTS listening part, sometimes you need to have the knowledge about basic maths. So the question asks like this, like, last night we expected 200 people, only half of them showed up. How many people came? Now you'll get the answer A, B, C, D. In A, say 200 people, B, 250 people, C, 300 people, D, 100 people. Then you have to just choose the correct answer. But if you do not get the correct answer, there is no negative marking. Your first tip about IELTS exam is that do not leave any questions unanswered. Always answer it. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when the listening test is over, by the way, the listening test is mostly in British English, standard British English, no dialect, or sometimes some parts are from the Australian English. So if you know that there is a special accent in the UK, we call it RP accent. I'm writing in the comment section. It means received pronunciation,
Okay.
which is uh, exempted from any kind of British dialect like Cockney, Scouse, Liverpoolian, Northern, Southern, Yorkshire, Essex, where I live, or London accent. It is the most suitable and standard accent which follows 100% pronunciation techniques. And it is also called the Baby's English, or the English of Oxford and Cambridge University, or sometimes we call it Queen's English because our Queen always speaks in that English. And I also try to follow the RP accent, okay, the pronunciation techniques. I don't have any accent, honestly, guys, but
Uh,
I've got
sorry.
pronunciation
Sorry for
techniques.
interrupting. Just a moment. I have a question.
Yes.
Do during the IELTS test, do they really focus on the accent which we are
No,
using?
no. As I'm going to
Okay, because
explain you,
I
that's
understand. Yeah.
Sanju, hang on a second. I'm explaining listening part. Then I'm
Yeah.
going to go to reading, writing. You can see there are 4 parts. I'm explaining one by one.
All right.
So what happens after listening part is over, you have to sit for the reading part. In reading part, there will be 40 questions. You can see 60 minutes, and you have got literally 90 seconds to answer. There are different kind of questions in reading parts, and we'll explain to the next class. I'm giving you insight and highlights what you have to know. There are thousands of websites that offer you free mock test. Sit for the test and get to know how the questions look like. Okay, and in academic reading, you'll get 3 paragraphs and you have to answer 40 questions from there. For general training, you have to read 5 small paragraphs, comparatively easier and much understandable from the academic test. Same 40 questions, 60 minutes. So when you finish a reading part, then you have to go to the writing part. If you remember, in the writing part, uh, you see, if you choose computer based, for both of them, they have to answer through computer for writing part. But if you choose paper based, like the conventional, we go to the exam center, we write it. That is the paper based, and you'll be given pencil and rubber so that you can erase it if there is any mistake. Yeah, that is the amazing part of IELTS exam, that you don't use pens, you use pencils only. So in writing, there are 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2. So let's discuss academic part. In academic part, task 1 is you'll be given a paragraph, like a graph. It could be line chart or bar chart, or it could be process diagram. You have to develop your writing from there, and you have to write at least 150 words in 20 minutes for the task 1, which carries 30% of the marking out of 9. And task 2, you'll be given 40 minutes and you have to write minimum 250 words. And for the general test, in task 1, you have to write a letter or an application. They will give you the topic on the test center on the day of the test. And similarly, you have to write 150 words in 20 minutes. And task 2 is for both of them is same, which is like an essay. You'll be given topic, maybe say global warming, for example. All right, or maybe how we can change our environment. Remember, task 2 is really difficult for the writing part. So what are the criteria for getting good marks in writing? The criteria are, you have to write academic words, formal words. You have to write 100% accurate grammar. You have to use compound sentences where possible. You have to link the paragraph one by one. Okay, so when the 60 minutes is gone, the examiner will take your exam paper. The last part is speaking task, and most of the cases speaking test takes place another day, not in the same day when you sit for the exam. And speaking task, there are 3 parts: task 1, task 2, and task 3. In task 1, generally they ask normal questions like, what's your name, what do you do, why do you take the test? Sanjay, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
I think
listening.
I lost Sachin. Okay, let me try to bring him. Okay,
He's showing up here.
he's showing, but I don't see he's on the hop-on section.
Okay.
It shows plus sign. If you see plus sign, that means he is not here. He either has lost his connection or he's not available at the moment, or maybe he has got a call. Sometime it happens.
All right. Yeah.
So task 1, let's have a task 1 a little bit test today. Yeah, Sanjay. In task 1, as I said, uh, personal questions. Task 2, which is called cue card. So what does cue card mean? It is like a small card. You'll be given a topic and some questionnaire, and you have to answer from there. You have to speak at least 2 minutes or more. And task 3 is the more analytical conversation and advanced level conversation, where it is related to the topic from the task 2. And amazingly, there are 2 questions always they ask, Sanju, for your information. So you have to study and prepare for that. One of them is a grammar question that demonstrates your understanding of past tense, present tense, and the future tense. They will
Okay.
ask one question in such a way, then you have to follow that pattern. And
Can I ask a question, please?
sure,
Yeah. Uh, my doubt is actually, for example, if there is a question about global warming, as you said before, and I don't have a proper understanding of global warming, and whatever I am saying is grammatically correct, but the topic is wrong. I mean, the
Answer
so
is wrong,
that
you mean?
yeah, the answer is wrong. But I'm speaking a grammatically a good English. So that means that be considered or
Yes, I'm coming there. Give me a second, okay?
okay,
So
okay,
so speak. So what happens? The whole speaking parts take 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your response of the answers. In IELTS exam, speaking part and writing part and reading part, the most important tip is understanding the question. You can only answer it well when you understand the question, correctly. Okay, so that is the first tip. And in speaking task and speaking section, what are the criteria for the marking? Number one, your fluency and coherence. You get 25% marks.
good.
Okay, and the second part is vocabulary that we call lexical resources. So what does it mean? It means you have to use synonyms, antonyms, phrasal verbs, group verbs, phrases, and idioms, and sometimes you can use some English dialects, which are acceptable. Okay, so look at this. In task one, generally they ask the question about your work, family, homeland, and personal interests. And part two, which is cue card, as I've explained, Sanjay. And part three, you'll have a conversation with the IELTS examiner around the topic given. So, what are the marking criteria? Number one, as I said, fluency and coherence, which means the speed, the rhythm you're talking. It doesn't include your grammatical knowledge or accent or pronunciation or anything else. And part two, as I said, lexical resources, which is like a vocabs, you get another 25% mark. Part three is a grammar, wider ranges of grammar and accuracy of grammar. Okay, you get another 25% mark. The last part is pronunciation. There is no marking for accent. Remember that. No marking for your creativity, your smartness, apart from these four criteria in speaking section. Remember, if somebody says that, oh, you have to have accent, that person doesn't know about the criteria. Nobody bothers about your accent, but they will definitely consider your pronunciation. So what is pronunciation? Sachin says, I've got out from the session for something. Okay, no worries. If you are back, the class will be finishing in 17 minutes 32 seconds, now 31. Then you can always come back, Sachin. So what happens is basically, in part three, as I said, the fourth part is pronunciation, and most of the people are confused about pronunciation. Remember, there are only two types of English pronunciation around the world: British pronunciation, which we call IPA, British IPA, and others American pronunciation is American IPA. There is no Canadian IPA for Canadian English. There is no Australian IPA for Australian English, and there is no New Zealand IPA for New Zealand English or South African English. Okay, Sanjay?
Yeah.
Remember, pronunciation is the technique how you should pronounce a word correctly on the right stress within the using the right vowel sound. It is very important for you to understand how words are pronounced correctly. And if you pronounce a word correctly, you're going to get highest mark, I can guarantee. Hi, Sam Pushta. Thanks for the subscription. If you have got time, please join. I have invited you. Okay, so these are the basic criteria of IELTS exam. Now you can ask me any specific questions, Sanju.
Yeah, this was my two questions. That is one you already answered, I believe. Uh, if the topic understanding or the knowledge about the topic which they are providing is if I don't have a sufficient knowledge about the topic and still
Yes,
I'm
yes.
speaking grammatically well, will that be considered, or they will ignore saying that the the knowledge about the topic is incorrect, so
Okay.
you will
Remember, Sanju, IELTS exam is only assessing your English knowledge. It's not the assessing the fact and data you're providing, but they will
understand.
obviously assess your fact and data when you're writing. In writing
No,
part, if you're writing something wrong, the examiner will not give you mark. Okay, remember that there is always a difference between the writing and speaking. In conversational
Understood.
English, we make mistakes. That's fine, that is acceptable. But the mistakes should have a limitation. There are some mistakes that block our message. I'll give an example. Hi, Sumaya, thank you very much for the subscription. If you're free, you can join. I have invited both Sam and Sumaya to join my sessions. You both have subscribed to free trial basis, so you'll get 2 lessons. So what happens basically, Sanju, in speaking part in IELTS exam is nothing but creating your own stories in such a way that your examiner becomes happy and amazed. Sometimes people say, the teacher, that's a wrong answer. That is a wrong fact. I said, don't worry. It's not the fact they're going to assess. They're going to assess 4 things. Once again, Sanjay, remember your fluency, number 1. Number 2, your vocabs. Number 3, your grammar. Number 4, your pronunciation. They will not assess any other things. Even if it is a wrong fact, that's fine, because you're showing your creativity in English speaking. Okay, any other
Yeah.
questions, Sanju?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, so I'll like to request, if you are sitting for the IELTS exam, to have some sample test we call mock test from the internet. There are many websites that offer you free test. Take a test and it will be easier for you to get acquainted how the questions are and how you can understand and respond it well. Remember, once again, understanding question is the very important in IELTS exam. And in the list, task 1, speaking part, there are 2 confusing questions I'm going to ask you. So Sanju, where are you from? Say
Uh,
in IELTS
yeah,
exam, they ask the first question like this: where are you from?
I am from India. From uh, the southern part of India, called Kerala.
Very good. Remember, do not be limited to yes and no with simple sentence. Use compound sentence if you want to get good marks in speaking. And I'm sure you know that what are compound sentences. Compound sentence is the idea to get 2 or more concepts in one sentence. So where are you from? Rather than saying I'm from India, you have given a very good answer. I'm from a small town of Kerala, which is the part of India. Okay. Number 2, what's your name?
My name is Sharat Kumar.
Okay, that is general answer. In IELTS exam, make sure you always tell like this: my first name is this, my last name is this, and if you have got middle name, you can add the middle name.
Oh,
And
okay.
remember,
Got
that
it.
is another technique. Like my first name is Sharat, last name is Kumar, and sorry, I don't have
Okay.
middle name. And also, some people have nickname or pet name, right? You can add that. Though my name is Sharat Kumar, but my father or my parents call me this.
Yes.
Remember that the more you speak, the teacher will be able to assess your English language. So speak loudly, clearly, more understandable way. Okay. There are some
Yeah.
techniques as well. We'll discuss more in the next session because we don't have much time. But having a little bit just conversation to find out your weaker side, okay, through the assessment. All right. So, what's your address?
Uh, my address is uh, 73rd Street. Uh,
Okay, oh, that's fine. Confusing
okay.
question. How do I address
Yes.
you?
Correct.
Okay, then next question is, once again, I'm repeating, how do I address you?
Address. How do I address you? I didn't. I don't know how to answer that question.
Yes, that
Sorry.
is the confusing part. Yes, Sanju, you have answered. That is the amazing part you have asked me. What's your address? Then you're telling your location, where you live, your street number, blah, 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 other things.
Okay.
Address. Remember, address and address, though they are similar sounds, but they are not the same thing. When I'm asking, what's your address? That is noun or adjective. And when I'm saying, how do I address you? This sounds goes in a different way. It is used as a verb. When you use address as a verb, it means, what should I call you? Are you Mr.? Are you Sanju? Are you a professor? Are you a teacher? Are you a doctor?
Okay.
This is one of the confusing questions in IELTS task 1, part 1. Okay.
Understood.
Okay.
That's
And
it.
all right. So after that, the examiner might ask you, tell me something interesting about your city you live.
Something interesting about your
Your city you live.
city I live. Okay. The city I live is in the middle of the state, and it's surrounded by lakes and backwaters, and there are lots of tourists who visit here during the spring season or the summer season, and yeah, it's clean and tidy, and there is a lots of uh, public transportation system
Hmm.
around, and uh, yeah, these are all the main points I can find about my city, the
Great,
interesting things. Yep.
great. And in IELTS exam, remember for every question, task 1 and task 3, the you have to answer within the 20 to 30 seconds. So
Oh,
depending on your speed and skillfulness, you can create 3 to 4 sentences, and that should be fine. Remember, always highlight what you're going to say. You don't have much time to answer because 20 to 30 seconds. When you're
okay.
describing your city, describe why your city is famous for. Are there any tourist spots? Are there famous museum? Are there famous stadium like football or cricket? Or are
Mhm.
there anything that is interesting? That's why people come from different places. Always make sure you highlight them. But your answer, the first line was amazing because the city where I live, it's a compound sentence. Remember that using compound sentence will bring you more score. If somebody answered that I live in this city, and if you say I live in a city which is famous for blah blah blah, that will give you more marks. At IELTS exam, as a student, you have targeted to getting higher score, and the only way you can get higher score is by using uh, standard vocab, accurate grammar, accurate pronunciation, as well as using compound sentences. I'm repeating because compound sentence is very important when you're writing, so as well as speaking as well. Okay, Sanju. So after this, then you go to the second part, which is a cue card. So what happens to the cue card? As I said, in cue card, you'll get some topic, and then you have to speak about the topic minimum 2 minutes. Before you speak, I think I lost you. I've invited you, Sanju. Welcome back. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, for the cue card, before you'll be given the opportunity to speak, you'll be given 1 minute to think about the topic. You'll be given a pencil and a paper to write down the notes. Utilize that 1 minute. Okay? Say, if the topic is describe a book that you read last year. All right. So the question would be, what's the name of the book? When did you read it? Why did you read it? For example, what is the interesting thing of the book? Did you learn anything from there? Any other information? So these are the some easy questions. Remember that. Now, in 1 minute, remember, Sanju, just point out what you're going to say. And remember, your question should be always relevant. Do not use any unnecessary information when you're answering. Do not use any difficult word or phrasal verbs or anything else that you're not aware of. You may be ended up using it incorrectly. Hello, Anamika, good morning. Okay, so always be confident and be positive when you're talking, and make sure you answer it correctly. Okay,
Understood. Yeah.
all right. So when the 1 minute is over, then the examiner will ask you start speaking, and the examiner is going to check the time. We do the similar types of test here on this class. I give you the topic. I have the one stopwatch. Then I check and I give you the feedback where you have to develop or why you have to focus. And also as additional services that if you are interested, you can send me a writing topic through email to me. I can check it and I can give you the feedback and also the assessment of your writing.
Okay.
Okay, so when this task 2 is finished, you go to the task 3. As I said, in task 3, there are 2 questions and still have got 5 minutes. So I'm going to ask you the question. Do you know conditional sentences, Sanju?
Uh, no, not that much aware about that.
Okay, conditional sentences are hypothetical or imaginary situation where you have to use unusual verb. For example, if you were the mayor of your city, what 3 major problems you would like to resolve? We know that you're not the mayor, but if you become a mayor in the future, for example, then what 3 main problems you're going to resolve? So this is one question, and that is very amazing question. Remember, in every question in IELTS exam, there is a pattern. Use the same pattern when you're responding.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
for this answer, you have to start like this. If I were the mayor of my city, then you highlight the problems, few problems, and choose 3 of them. Tell
Okay.
us how you are going to resolve it, probable solutions. Remember
Okay.
that, Sanju, it is once again, they're going to assess those 4 criteria, not the whether you're telling truth or not, whether it's right or wrong information. That's not the fact matter, because it is not a competitive exam. It is English test.
Understood.
Okay, and after that, they will tell us, hey, how is the family system in your country? Do you live in a nuclear family? And how was this family patterns 10 years ago? Do you think that it will be changing after 5 years? You see, this question has three parts: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Remember one important matter that very often our learners make mistakes using past tense. If the question is in past tense, you must answer it in past tense. Do not use present tense or future tense. If the question is in present tense, you must answer in present tense. Likewise, if the question is for the future tense, speculate your English grammar about the future tense. And that is very important and really needed for you to get the good score. Okay, so
Understood.
that is
Okay.
all about IELTS exams briefly. And have you got any more question? That's me. Any other question?
Yeah, that's all. I have no more questions for now.
Okay, because we have got only 2 minutes 19 seconds. So our next session would be next Saturday 6:30 UK time. That should be 11 a.m. right? Your time.
Yes,
So
correct.
other advantages are I conduct public live stream, which is free for you to join. If you follow me, you'll get the notifications automatically, and then you can join me and practice more.
Okay.
Okay. And today
Okay.
is Sunday here in the UK. I've got holiday. If I'm free, maybe I'll make another live stream later, free live stream. And if you're free, once again, you can join. We can have more practice. So these are the advantages of being a subscriber.
Okay.
Okay, another important matter. Sorry, I should have highlighted. In IELTS exam, it's better to follow only one speaking technique, either British English or American English. And there are some distinguished, features. A teacher will be able to understand that you're trying to follow the British English, like letter R and letter T. In British English, in most of the cases, we do not pronounce letter R if it is second, third, fourth of the last letter of the word. But in American English, they do pronounce it. For example, we say water, they say water. Okay, we say identity, they say identity. The T sounds like D, and they have to pronounce R. Okay, so we'll explain more in the next classes. Thank you very much, Sanju, Sumaya, Sam, Sachin, and all the people who are watching silently. And it's really my pleasure once again to conduct this lesson. Please remember to practice once again. That is very uh, vital factor for you. The more you practice, you'll be more confident. You'll be more motivated to learn more. All right.
All right.
So take
Thank you.
care, and I'll see you later. And thanks for the guy, everyone who are commenting. And Nasir, I really couldn't help you because I don't know how to check it, unfortunately. If you have subscribed any teacher's lesson, you can join the teacher's class. Anyway, thank you guys. I will see when I see you. Take care and bye.
Bye.